life is beautiful, that life is grand, that they created it with their vibration.
We must be good givers and good receivers.
What is here now was yours 30 years ago.
What you want wants you. What you seek is seeking you.
Financial freedom is an oxymoron. Reminding yourself that whether you did it or not, if it's in your experience, it's because it's supposed to be there. There is not a single hair on my head, let alone anything in the universe that is not intended here. If it happened, it's God's business, which means it's already done. So you can be in resistance to what's already done, or you can be in alignment with what's already done, meaning you can accept what is, let go of what was, have faith in what will be, and be here now. You can let go of what was, have faith in what will be, have faith in what will be, what's coming, what's calling you forward. Get in that game. The past was shitty, or is that life keeps unfolding and it keeps being beautiful and it keeps giving you more and more opportunities? Because that's all it is. We're always creating. The question is, are you creating by design or default? Most people are creating by default. Why? Because they are not conscious. They're not conscious choice makers. They're not conscious and aware that life is beautiful, that life is grand, that they created it with their vibration. And if they create it, then they can recreate whatever they want to experience from this moment forward by choosing to accept what is right now. Whatever has happened to you right now, you can stop. All of you can stop right now and go, yes, yes, my mother has cancer. Yes, I cheated on my partner. Yes, my partner cheated on me. Yes, this happened. All of it. Okay, that's what is. That's what is. Woo! Okay. And now what do I choose? What do I choose now? And now? I choose to love my mother anyway. I choose to forgive myself and my partner. I choose to understand that it's a process, that life is forever unfolding. I choose to dive into my own love. I choose to not beat myself up for something I did that, wasn't effective. But shit, I still got life. You know how many people wish they still had life at this very now moment? You know how many people wish they could make more mistakes? You know how many 90-something-year-olds, you know how many 60-year-olds wish they could be making the mistakes you're making right now? And you want to beat yourself up about it? Like, that's such is life. You're not going to get through this thing perfect. That's the thing that everybody screws themselves up with.
It's not about the tricks and the things that you do per se. It's about the energy and the come from. It is about where you are located. Real estate, location. Where are you coming from? What is the intent behind what you're doing? If you're posting on social media as a way to deceive so that you can get money, that may work for a little bit. But for the long term? And did it really work if deception was the place it started from? But if you're posting on social media as a gift to humanity, because you've figured this thing out and you want to give that gift back to the planet, well, that's very different. There's a different energy to that. Ask yourself, where am I coming from? Where is my energy? Is this coming from a space of love and connection and harmony and peace? Is this coming from wanting to give, or am I wanting to get? And it's okay if get is in there, because the get, it's cyclical, right? There's a current, and we must be good givers and good receivers. But if let's say the overwhelming majority is me wanting to take and get and anything of that nature, I almost guarantee you, if it's working, it won't work for long. That's in dating, that's in health, that's in relationship, that's in spirituality, that's in everything, in every aspect. Every relationship that you have, if it is coming from that space, I can almost guarantee you that it's a living hell, even if it's working.
What is here now was yours 30 years ago. You have no resistance, right, to when it was coming. And the big game, right? So one of the laws I have in the book is the law of the ant and the elephant. Because in a societal perspective, we look for the elephants. Everything has to be the elephant, but there's no judgment, right? There's in the eyes of the universe, in the eyes of Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Allah, source, divine intelligence, an ant and an elephant are equal. And so if I can tap into and experience the ant called black shirt, the ant called particular microphone, the ant called the car I drive, the ant called the thing that, the bed I sleep on. If I can treat that like the elephant in my mind, then I win every single time. So the thing I want to make clear is that money is no different, right? It has no inherent value except for the value we give it. And I say yes to money like I say yes to everything else. I think that there's a big lie, and there's an idea that there's not enough. I think it's one of the biggest lies that we've all been told. And for all of us who play that game, I just want you to really just think about the ocean. Think about the blades of grass and what happens after you cut them. Right? Think about like the air that you breathe on a day-to-day basis. None of us ever even check to see if there'll be another breath, because there's so much more than enough air. And so, to me, God, the universe, the quantum field, is always saying yes.
Yeah.
The question is are you saying yes to what is truly handwritten on your soul? Or are you saying yes to what the path that has been placed for you? If you have your claws in money and you need it all the time and you're thinking about it all the time and it's from lack and scarcity and I need, money's listening.
Yeah.
Just like everything else is. It's all responding. We know that plants have consciousness. They respond. So if a plant can respond, then so can the entity, the energy of money. It's all circulating like everything else in this room. It's all circulating. And I'm going to share one more thing that I think is super important that people need to know about manifestation and money. So for me, this shirt, that shirt, this microphone, this couch was always going to be ours. And so is all the other materials and money that's going to flow through my bank account. 30 years from now, there'll be money flowing through my bank account. It's already mine now. So for those of you who feel and sense, something's calling me, well, what you want wants you. What you seek is seeking you. This shirt, which is from India, the dye, the buttons, the person who made it, all of us had a date with destiny. We had a divine appointment. And so I will wear and use this shirt to the best of my ability right here, right now. And one day it'll be trash or belong to someone else.
That's right. Yeah.
The same is true for every manifestation on the planet. It's all transitory. It's all moving, shifting, and changing. And if you can take the needy hook out and receive the download of what's next in your space, then it becomes effortless, right? There's a circulation of flow, right? This phone was always going to be my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no extra energy around it. I'll dance, we'll play. And then at some point, this phone will go back to where it wants to go.
Yeah, I love that.
Right? No energy around any of it. I treat my G-Wagon the same way I treat my bike. I treat my favorite pair of shoes the same way I treat a pen that I use. It's just materials. And it wants to be imbued and used like everything else. Somebody's got to drive a G-Wagon. Why not me? Yes, let's go. Like we have energetic set points, right? Where, okay, I can take about this much good and I can take about this much quote unquote bad or ineffective, right? Well, what if you just changed your energetic set point higher, right? So there was a point where 100,000 in my bank account was like winning. Mm-hmm. Now that wouldn't work for me.
Yeah, that would
right?
make me feel anxiety.
Yes, right? Uh-huh. So I've changed the energetic set point. There was a point where $500,000
was like winning. I change the energetics. I just keep changing it. And that's just with that.
Yeah.
The game is to say, where else? Because none of this takes from anyone else. It all is. And the isness, I'll say it differently. One of the principles that I understand is that the universe doesn't know the distinction between an ant and an elephant. They are both sentient beings.
It's all God.
They are both God, doing God things, right? And so whether I have a, you know, a $5 latte or a $30 latte, it does not matter. Well, the first thing that I catch is financial freedom is an oxymoron.
Thank you, please. This is exactly what I need. Thank you.
It is literally impossible. Because if my freedom is dictated on anything I put on the other side, and then it's not actual freedom.
Thank you.
Right? I'm just a slave to the thing, right? And
Yeah, I have fully become a slave to my financial fucking freedom.
yes, and we all do that, right? Some people do it with relationships. Some people do it with followers. Some people do it with a million things. Whatever it is we put on this side that we think makes us free actually owns us. We are slaves to that until we catch that it's an oxymoron. There is literally no such thing as financial freedom. There is financial independence, there's lots of fucking money, and there's I bring my freedom to wherever I go, right? So the biggest work in the game is that, tuning in and remembering that in this current moment, all needs are met.